Time to do some macro photography or close-up photography, if I should be correct. The forest is full of these beautiful small white anemones, and Nikon 105mm macro on the Z8. That should be a good setup for what I'm about to do now. I brought the tripod also. I actually prefer to do this kind of photography, let me just call it macro photography, freehand, now where we have the image stabilization either in the camera or the body or both, because it gives me better opportunities to just move around with the camera and be a little more creative than when I'm stuck to this one. And then we all know that every time you move your tripod, you will hit the subject that you're with the legs that you're photographing. But let's get to it, see if we can find something nice. The place I found here is pretty good, because even though it's very windy around, here is a little sheltered by the fallen tree, and these small fellows here are more or less steady. They do move a little bit, but if I just wait, then between the gusts they are still or steady. That's really nice. Just want to share how I've set up my custom rings and buttons on the Z8 and for the Z9 for that reason, if I was photographing the same. Of course, this one is the focus ring, and then this custom wheel on the camera, I've set that to ISO. So I'm in manual mode, so I can set my shutter speed. I want that, especially a day like today where it's very windy. It's nice to have that set, so I know they can be freezed even though they're moved a little bit. The aperture is also, of course, dependent on the distance. That is how I control how I want the background to be. Sometimes I want more details, sometimes I want a little less. And then there are the two buttons in front of the camera. I've set the bottom one, that is the one that is easier for me to reach without changing my grip. I've set that to zoom just 50%, so when I'm sitting there I try to use the autofocus just to get close to perfect, and then I zoom in by pressing the long finger there, and then I can fine adjust with the focus ring. The second one, I've set that to a wider, like an auto area, what is it called, user defined area. It's quite big, so that when I lie down like now and look at the flower, I can just press that with this finger. I don't know the name of the fingers in English, I should probably learn that, but I press that button with this finger, and then it gives me this quite big square, and that can get me very close to where I want to be. And then fine adjust, press the bottom custom button, yeah, and then I focus. So yeah, that's how I have set them up. These two buttons at least. So oh, there's also one really nice up there now. The light is always changing, so I reckon I have to move now. getting too windy. There's a little insect there I'd really like to photograph, but I think I have to throw the towel in the ring. And then this little fellow here. Come on. No, it's too windy. Time to get back to the equipment, and then it's definitely time for a coffee. I feel I deserved it now. So, about the camera. It's this is good. There's not so much to say. It's just like my Z9 that I've been photographing with for a long time now, and I've gotten used to that. So, you know, button layout, everything is basically the same with a few exceptions, especially from this side here where I used to have the wheel. But everything over here and this side is just similar. There's only 2 function buttons here, but it works cool. So there's not a lot to talk about. I could probably go on and on about the function of this camera, but yeah, as I said, it's just like the Z9. But there's one thing that I really enjoy for this kind of photography, and that is the fact that the camera is lighter and much smaller. And one thing is that you don't want to carry around too much, but to be completely honest, I don't care so much about that, because I always carry a lot of gear and I take whatever I need to take. But there's one function, like what to say, there's one benefit of photographing with this camera without the battery grip for this kind of photography that I've done today. And that is the fact that normally when I have the big bottom on the Z9, when I put that, I need to support it here, otherwise it will, you know, do like this. But because this is smaller, when I'm on the ground, it can basically just lie down flat and be in good balance. So that means it's much more easy for me to get underneath these small anemones. And yeah, so anyway, there was something to say about the camera. There's always something to say. But I think I'll call that a day and then just sit here and enjoy it a little bit, because what a wonderful day to be out with the camera.